Hello everyone, happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Thank you replay viewers for watching, and thank you YouTube viewers for watching as well. This will go up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies when we're done here tonight. So thanks for popping in here. Tonight we are continuing with the Jacquelynne Steves I Love Home Block of the Month quilt along. We are working on block 4 from that. It is the last block. Here we go. Cute, adorable little house. And the final quilt. This is with all 4 in. We are on the last one. And we will be making it into the quilt as well. So all the borders and sashing will come next. And here is where we are so far. Oh yes, Deborah, I'm wearing, here, let me show you guys. I'm wearing my little bunny embroidery. So we stitched this during the bunny live stitch along several months ago. And there's a YouTube video for that up on the bunny live stitch along vids. So gosh, that must have been probably almost a year already. Wow, crazy. All right, so we are going to continue on this guy tonight. We have the next little heart down here. We're gonna do that in yellow, and then we're gonna start these giant flowers on the side there. All right, guys, I am going to flip you around. Oh, first of all, it is the week of the giveaway for block 4, and the giveaway this time around is the Olfa cutting mat, the foldable cutting mat, which is pretty cool. Woo! And also the Olfa rotary cutter with another pack of endurance blades that come with it. So to be entered for that, like this page and then just type a comment in the hashtag I Love Home Quilt and you'll be entered. And same thing on YouTube if you want an additional entry or want to enter there, just hit subscribe and then do hashtag I Love Home Quilt in a comment in any of the videos from this week. So this is the 3rd one from this week, and you can enter every day. So that is the deal for that. I will figure out who the winner is probably this Sunday. It'll be a random drawing, and then I will let the winner know, and once they know and I get confirmation, then I'll let you guys know who won as well. So awesome, that's the plan. Now back to stitching some hearts. All right, guys, flipping you around. Here we are again. I got the pinking shears out here yet. Okay, this is our last little heart for the house. We'll put him there. Okay, let's get going on this right away tonight. So I'm going to just try and line up both of my blue guidelines here. I think that's looking pretty decent. All right. Let's pin that down with the applique pin. I've been pinning from the back just so the thread or the threads don't catch on the pin. They're hidden away on the back there. Oh, it's working for you this time, Joe. Yay! All right, let's get our needle. We got Zeb here with my needles tonight. There we go. We're using, again, that size 10 straw needle. Mine is super duper bent, but it still goes through fabric. And it's not annoying me too much, so I'm still using that one. Oh, thanks, Libby. Yep, painted my nails before coming in tonight, so I don't have totally chipped nails for you guys. All right. Ooh, and I got a FedEx notice. The scissors should be coming in tomorrow. So if they do, I will show those to you guys as well. So hopefully they turned out right. I'm nervous. Can't wait to see them. The bent needles are the best. I save my needles even if they're bent. If they don't go through fabric anymore, then they're out. But if they work still, Don't annoy me, then they're good to go. All right, let's tilt this guy under. Yeah, I'm super excited to see all the scissors and all the different colors and everything, so I'm pretty stoked. But yeah, I'll for sure share with you guys. All right, let's grab that little edge there. The hearts were going super well last night, so hopefully we have the hearts down now and this guy will go pretty quick. That'd be nice. And then we're gonna move on to the stems of these this flower and then the flower that's coming out of the flower. We're gonna do the stems of those, and I'm a little undecided in how I want to do those. Because the stems are curvy, right? So I could either cut a. Oh, you had to take your heart off. Turn to one side. Oh, it turned to one side, and you didn't have enough on the other side. Oh, Gretchen, I hope it worked better the second time. Yeah. It definitely took me a while, like all of the Splendid Sampler, to improve on my needle turn for sure. Oh man, I just forgot what I was talking about. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, the stems here. So one is pretty curvy. One's a little straighter, but it still has a curve. So I was thinking I could either cut out the shape, like cut out a piece of fabric that's actually curved, or I could cut my fabric a little bit more on the bias and just cut straight. Like I could just cut 2 strips, right? One for this one and one for this one, and kind of pull it a little to give it curve while I'm working on the stem. You know what I mean? Like, because a bias, when you're cutting on the like on the 45-degree angle of the fabric instead of with the grain, then it's stretchier. So I could just do that and like stretch it around, or I could actually cut it to that shape. Oh yeah, with the bias, yeah, like a biased tape maker. Yeah, I don't have one this size though that would make a bias tape this small, because this is really, really itty bitty. I mean, it's less than a 1/4 inch, the size of this this stem here. So that's kind of the debate. And right now, I don't know, I'm thinking it'd be fun to try the bias way of doing it, but it'd also kind of be using up a lot of fabric. Like I think I'd be wasting fabric by cutting it on the bias. I don't know. Oh, the smallest is a 1/4 inch. Oh yeah, this is actually smaller than a 1/4 inch. I wonder how, I don't have a ruler right near me, but I wonder what size this is. Pretty small is what it is. All right, trying to tuck these little bits under. You know, every fabric is a little different too. Like I can tell that maybe this yellow is a little more difficult to work with than these 2 guys up here. Get under there, Fuzzle. Oh yeah, it's scary small. Very scary small. But we did it on the last one. The last block 3 was kind of our test run of an itty bitty line like that, and it worked pretty well. Like I was happy with it. I thought it was going smoothly, and I was having fun with it. So I'm hoping this will be the same. And I think I drew this heart a little bit differently on my yellow compared to the background. So I'm gonna go based on my yellow guy, my applique piece. Oh yeah, and the tree trunk too. So the tree trunk was a bit wider. So that was like an intro to the little pieces, and then the stem on block 3 was like the upgrade of a challenge from that. So these were really put in a good order for, like, if you're doing needle turn. I'm not sure if a lot of people are doing needle turn, but it's like progressively getting just a tish more each time, which is just how it should be. Oh, Madeline, I don't, but I think about him every once in a while when I'm live here. I wonder if he's still doing his periscopes. I don't know. Oh, that's so funny. Though, I don't know. Yeah, some of the people that I used to follow on Periscope, I don't even know how I'd find them anymore. I suppose I can, I'm gonna have to do that again. I still have an account. I'll have to check in at Periscope and look at my friend list and see if they're Facebooking live now too. Oh, your first heart looks like an animal head. Oh no. Rather than a heart, but you don't care. Yeah, that's how all my Splendid Sampler beginning embroideries look like too. My inner points they were definitely not a point. It was like a point and then like a weird bloop and a crazy thing. Oh, the stem measures 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, that's itty bitty. I'll have to look him up. We'll see. But yeah, man. Feels like forever ago, that Periscope. Yeah, we were talking about Periscope the other day here. Get under there. All right, I think this yellow fabric is a tish more difficult to handle than the other fabrics, or I'm just not doing it as well tonight. But I'm gonna start where I'm coming up from the back and then going down through both layers. And we got some fuzzle issues here that I'm gonna have to take care of. But let's get this stitch down first. Yeah, here are all our fuzzles. This might just be a fuzzly heart, but let's try and take care of it. All right, I think I got a few. Let's see if we can tack it down before they fly out again. Ooh, I think we got it. All right, let's get the center. Again, I'm just going up through the back and going down through all the layers. All right, I'm gonna go through that one more time, just so when I'm moving around for the next little bit, it doesn't pop out because it has those 2 stitches in. This is a little smaller than the blue background, so I might have just put it a little low. Oh, you know what? Let's get rid of the pin. Don't need him anymore. Okay, this popped out a little too far. There, that looks good. I'll do a few more stitches where I go through the back and come down in the front. Oh, Gretchen, I'm not sure where my family thinks they will eat our turkey dinner, but your dining room is my quilting space. Yes, I know. Gosh, can you believe that Thanksgiving is coming up already? Like it's 2 weeks from now, Thanksgiving. Oh, the holidays just totally appeared in front of me this year. I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing for it yet. We're considering going to drive to see my family if they're in town, but we haven't told them yet, so I don't know if my mom's in here tonight. But we're gonna have to call them up and see. They're retired now, so I never know if they're gonna be home or not for sure. All right, cutting more of this bulk out of here. It's kind of fun using the pinking shears. Oh, your phone's too slow for the live stream. Oh yeah, you don't want to move your quilting things. Yep. good excuse to get whatever step you're on with the quilt done real quick. Or you have to be like, I can't do whatever. I just have to, like, I can't make any plans. I have to finish this up before Thanksgiving, and everyone else can do chores and everything. All right. Going around the heart. Ooh, planes are loud tonight. Oh, you're perfectly set up too. Bummer. Well, you got 2 weeks yet. Get cracking there. Oop, need a couple more threads than that. That's what I have to do for the Splendid Sampler quilt yet, is make sure to get a label on. And now that I think of it, my jean quilt as well. Just like a little note on there, or a little reminder of the project and the dates and stuff. I'm not done with either yet, so I don't have a finish date yet. But maybe I can work on it more this weekend. We're gonna do take care of the garden and take everything out of the garden and everything this weekend. But we did a little bit of it today because it's supposed to get like 20 degrees and snowy and windy tomorrow. So it was cold today, but sunny. So while it was light outside yet, we cleaned up a little bit. But we have a thing to, like, what is it, when you blow out the hoses or whatever before it freezes? That's coming in the mail tomorrow, except for I think it's freezing tonight. So hopefully it's okay tomorrow in the afternoon and we didn't wreck our hoses. I don't know. Oh, you flew to Minneapolis on Monday on your way to Wisconsin. Nice. That's one thing I like, is that it's easy for us to get to and from the airport. It's always weird when I go somewhere else and you have to drive for ages and ages to get to the airport, and then it's like, oh gosh, that's right, I can just take a 10-minute Uber and get there. It's nice. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the cold tomorrow, and it's going to be cloudy and stuff too, supposedly, but what I'm really not looking forward to is the wind. That's when it gets just unbearable. The wind and gray. I'm a wimp, I guess. All right, I'm at the pointy end of this. We are almost done with this heart. Got tucking again, and all of a sudden it was done. That's the way it should be. Oh, you waved and said hi to me. That's nice, Joe. All right, let's kind of, well, I don't know if we really need to poof that out. Let's just trim it and tuck it under. It's folded pretty nicely there already. I just don't think we need that much bulk there. How's that cold I had? You know what? I was really tired that one day, but I got a ton of sleep the next day, and I think that really helped me out. So I think I veered away from the cold, which makes me happy. And you know what? With this earlier time, and hopefully you guys feel this way too, but I've been getting a better sleep lately. Or I just been... Well, it's been, I feel like way more awake at this time of day, which, you know, is nice. But we're trying to get into the exercising again. So now that I'm going to bed like an hour earlier, or, you know, a hair earlier, we're trying to get up in the morning and exercise. So for the last 3 days, I've gotten like a workout in the morning, and I think that's making me feel like I accomplished a bunch all day, and then we're earlier here, so I'm still maybe a little bit more awake, less sleepy, and I think that's been helpful. So far so good. So hopefully it's the new time is working for you guys too. But I think I'm liking it. All right, here we go. Oh, this this heart got a little curve in the bottom there, but it makes it kind of cute. It's got a little, like a comma for the bottom, but oh well. It's kind of funny. Stop paying attention, I guess. Yeah, so hopefully no more sicks. I'm gonna not get sick anymore ever. How about that? That'd be nice. All right, let's do this last little knot and kind of just tuck in the end. Oh, you love the curved heart. Yeah, it's kind of sweet, actually. Just a goofy little curve at the bottom. Let's take a look at it. Ah, tangled. All right. Yep, it got curved a little bit there, but I like it. Remember, this is the part that came with the house when we purchased the house. The nice, you know, even, symmetrical world. And then this is our sun patio that we added on where the long arm sewing machine is. And we added our own little pizzazz to that area of the house, but had it still be reminiscent of the house there. Oh, you're about 3 hours east, Joe. When we drive to visit my parents, it's about 5 hours east, kind of angled a little bit. But yeah, so you're probably on the way to my parents. I'll have to say hi to you at the 3 hour mark next time I go, next time I drive home. How about that? Then we can exchange our highs. You said hi here, and I'll say hi there. Okay, now what? All right, we are gonna do these stems. You know what? Maybe that's why I painted my nails green today. I feel like I'm instinctually painting my nails the color of whatever we're working on. Oh, curved heart, long arm business, Glennis. I love it. That is the name. Our little company is being run out of this sun patio here. Our neighbors are walking by and looking in the window like, what the hell is that lady doing? That's crazy. All right, let's do this. Okay, so this is where I was trying to decide, should I do this on the bias or should I do it with just straight cuts? And you know what? I am noticing that I do have quite a bit cut out of here. So I could almost cut on the bias here. I mean, maybe not a true, maybe not a pure like 45-degree angle, but maybe like this. Why don't I try that? If it totally fails, then oh well. So let's give that a go. I'm gonna just cut one, and then we will, that might be enough for both of them. And you know what, I think let's give this a little press. It would give better with the bias, doing it like a bias. So I'm not gonna, the thing is I'm not gonna trace this line, and I'm not gonna draw like this curved line. I am just gonna do a straight line and kind of stretch it as I go. If that sounds like a horrible idea, like if you are a pro needle turn appliquer and that sounds horrible, let me know. But that's gonna be our experiment for the night, I suppose. And we'll know for the future if I should ever do that again. So I guess that's a reason enough to give it a try. So I'm gonna just, this is kind of wrinkly over here, so I'm gonna just give it a real quick press. Oops, I'm hitting my window there. Left hand ironing again. I think that's how I burnt myself last time. All right, I'm gonna get let's get the bendy cutting mat out. So again, this is the giveaway prize. You know what? I don't think I have enough room to unfold it, so I'm gonna just leave it folded and we'll cut on it just like this. There isn't much of a curve really. That's true, Patricia. It's not too much of a curve. So I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. I think we can get a pretty good bias on here. Like this is like a good 45. And then this is a decent scrap that we can use later. So I think we're in the good zone here. So let's get a ruler out first of all. I'm gonna just give it a cut right there. Let's get the rotary cutter out too. Oh no, this is not one of my fabrics. I'm not using, so for this project, I'm not using any of my fabrics like I did for the English paper piecing hand stitch project. I'm gonna just trim that guy right away. Pretty scraps. This I'm using from my random stash of fabrics. All right, I'm kind of just looking at this, how much. All right, this is 1/8 of an inch, we said, and then with a seam allowance. So a 1/4 inch seam allowance and 1/8 of an inch, and then another 1/4 inch. I think about right here. This is probably plenty wide, I'm thinking. Right now, yeah, Joe, all the fabric, I didn't buy any fabric for this. All of it's from my stash. I'm totally in the finish all the things mode. So, I recently organized my stash, so I can easily look through it and pick out fat quarters and move things around and stuff. I love it. I just did it. And so I've been just totally in the mood to use what I have. Because I just organized it and it's usable finally. So that's been nice. Like for the English paper piecing project, that was my bin of penguin and fish scraps. So that was all my fabric. I have that separated from my other fabric, but it was the penguin and fish tiny scraps. So I have a bin of just the tiny scraps. And then for the other fabric, I have all my fat quarters together and all my larger than fat quarters together, and then my scraps in a bin. And it's great because I can pull out all the fat quarters. I can see them all at once. It's nice. I mean, I don't have a huge, I don't have like shelves and shelves of fabric. So I'm using what I got, but I'm liking it. All right, so I'm just kind of getting an estimate of, I'm hoping I can get both out of here. So if this one uses about that much, oh, we'll have plenty for both. So I'm going to trim it right here. This is the first scissors I grabbed. And this should be plenty for both. We'll actually trim a bunch off. So, okay, these are the bias strips. It actually made the pattern look kind of interesting, right? Because the pattern's usually going like this way. Now they're like, I don't know, they almost look like ducks. Like little rubber duckies on there. I don't know, it changed the design a little bit, which is fun. All right, let's get rid of these guys here. Okay, let's attempt this needle turn. All right, I'm gonna start with the shorter one. All right, that's this one. The shorter stem, and the reason is, well, first of all, it'll give us a chance to practice this, but second of all, this first one, this big one, looks like it goes in front of it. So I wanna do everything that's in the back first. So the furthest back thing, I mean, I suppose it could be debated that it'd be the leaves, but I'm gonna put that in the same level as these stems. So this back stem is first, and then this front stem, then maybe all the leaves, but those I can do whenever. And then the petals, and then this circle, and then this heart. Although I do kind of like that idea of putting the butterfly in here. So we might do that green butterfly in there. So I think I'm going to kind of just overlap the edge a little bit here, and I will just snip this once I get up to the top, I think. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here. So the other thing with doing it this way is that I don't have the line drawn on here. So we're going to have to kind of figure that out ourselves. So I'm just going to have to kind of be aware of the seam allowance that I'm using. And you know what? You know what I might do? Since this is straight and I want that 1/4 inch seam allowance, I think I'm going to just draw really quick on here my seam allowance. We'll just do it on here. I'll do it on the white. It's easier to see. So I think I'm going to just put a little seam allowance line on here, just so I can check myself while I stitch. So this is our front line, and since we're twisting it, this line will bend with us, which is just what we want. So let's do this side too. But that's actually a little wider. I'm going to kind of look at this distance here and see if it matches, and this is, I think, a little closer to our piece. So I might actually trim these seam allowances down just a hair. But I might do that as we go. This side, I think I'll trim. It's pretty long. The largest piece of fabric, I have, you know, Joe, I have mainly fat quarters. Well, it's hard to tell because I have a lot of, well, okay, yeah. I have mainly fat quarters, I think, of fabric that's not mine. Yeah, mostly fat quarters. When I'm in a store, I kind of like grabbing a bunch of different things that I think are really cute, and those usually end up being fat quarters. So I don't actually have hardly any yardage of fabric I'm not affiliated with. So most of it's fat quarters, unless I've had it forever, and you know, for some reason, you know, 16 years ago, I bought, you know, a yard of something instead. So that's, yeah, it's mostly fat quarters for me too. And then like random stuff. Lots and lots of scraps though. I save the scraps. Oh, I have purple. Oh, so, okay. So the solids, that purple that I used, so I do actually have a ton of yardage, but it is Penguin and Fish yardage, or it's where I was designing fabric was Clothworks, and they made a bunch of solids that matched my collections. So I have a bunch of that too. So all of that, any yardage that you see that's solid, it is from there. So and it matches my collections in some way. So that's why I have random yardage. That's why I have like weird yardage of solids, and then all of my fabrics I have a bunch of yardage. I'm actually gonna have a sale for all of my yardage that I have left soon, because you know, when I reorganize, I'm just kind of pulling on this a little just to get that curve started. But when I cleaned up all my fabric, I realized I had a whole lot more Penguin and Fish yardage that so my fabric yardage than I ever thought I'd, you know, ever use. So I think I'm gonna have a sale coming up for that. I just realized, you know what, my seam allowance has to be thinner than my stem. And I'm remembering that we had to deal with that from last time. So I'm going to cut this a whole lot closer. So my seam allowance is going to be less than 1/8 of an inch here, which may mean we're going to run into fuzzle land, but hopefully it'll be okay. So I'm going to cut this side first, because this is the side I'm going to do first. And then I will trim the other side so it's can fit underneath our stem once we get over to there. So all right, let's just fold this to get it started. Oh, your video doesn't work, but you can listen. Oh, that's interesting. So from my end, I didn't get a warning. If my connection's bad, it yells at me. All right. And if you're watching on YouTube, you've probably seen it before, because YouTube, the YouTube video is actually what I'm seeing. So if you're watching on Facebook, the YouTube videos look a little bit different. And I'm probably answering questions more in real time on YouTube than on the Facebook, because on YouTube, you're seeing what I'm seeing. So when I see a question come up, that's when I'm answering it. Oh, you're good, Gretchen? Okay. So it's not a perfect science yet, that's for sure, this live streaming. All right, I think this curved bias thing is totally gonna work super easy. I can feel that this is just bending wherever I want it to go. So it's perfect. Let's keep stitching, see how far we can get on this stem tonight. Oh, we got lots of time yet. I think we can get this whole stem done. Yep, I am doing, no, I'm doing the right stem first. I'm doing the taller stem first. Cause with needle turn, Patricia's asking why I'm not using a hoop. With the needle turn applique, you kind of need to bend and get in there. It's a little different than embroidery. Like it has a different feel. I think we tried that during the Splendid Sampler or discussed it a little bit, but like with the needle turn, I need to get in here a little bit more and manipulate it a little bit more than what I could do if it was in a hoop. I'll have to look into that a little bit more though. I know we tried it a little bit like that, and I don't know, just to get it going in and out the right way, it just wasn't working quite. You need to scrunch the fabric to hold. Yeah, that's what I'm doing to Gretchen. Yeah, I just think it just isn't quite right for in the hoop. All right. It's curving really well though, this bias strip, so I'm happy about that. And I definitely think it was good to draw those lines on, because I am using those pretty heavily as a guide, my lines that I drew on the applique piece here. So I think this is a total viable option, this cutting on the bias for these stems. Oh, you love the bias way? Yeah, it feels kind of magic. You see that? Like it's just curving perfectly. It wants to curve, you know? I like it. And that fabric worked out just right. Because like what I didn't want to do was cut a 45-degree angle and then have this big triangle that I'm left with. Like I thought that was going to be wasteful, even though, you know, I'd probably use it. Actually, we're not going to really use scraps anymore because this is our last block. So I don't need to like collect scraps for this. But anyway, all that fabric was already cut out from the previous area, or from previously using that fabric. So it was easy to get that 45-degree angle without wasting a bunch of fabric. Oh, the needle makes all the difference too. Yeah, this long straw needle, it really did make things nice. And it's super thin. So again, we're using the size 10 straw needle or Milner's needle. This is what I was using before, one of these small little sharps needles, and there just wasn't a lot of leeway. Like my hands are getting in the way, and you know, there's just, and it's a little thicker. There's just so much more ability to be a little bit more accurate and see what I'm doing with this long needle. So I'm definitely liking the Milner's or straw needles. So thank you for the recommendation. I forget who was talking about it. I think a few guys of you guys were, but yeah, it's my first time using the Milner's needle or straw needle, and I've been using it for like all the projects we've been doing lately. It's nice. I used it for the English paper piecing as well. I think that's where I bent the heck out of it, but oh well, it still works. That was kind of a curious thing. The needle turn, the English paper piecing, how you hold the needle and hold the papers and whatever, that was more abusive on this needle than the needle turn here. Like this needle turn has been really kind of delicate on the needle. Like I don't think I'm bending it any more than it is. And the first time we used it, we didn't bend it at all. It only started getting bent when we did the English paper piecing. All right, we are like at the top. I can cut all this away, it looks like. Let's finish off these stitches. Ooh, I gotta hold it down a little closer there. And we'll see how we did on this side. And then I do have to trim up that other side. And man, it's kind of hard to see my water-soluble line on here. I checked a day or two ago for the pattern for the chevron quilt. Oh, and it said it was out of stock? Oh, I will check with Christa from Christa Quilts, because I think it's from her shop. I think she also has it available directly from christaquilts.com, but I think sometimes that jumped it to the Amazon. So I'll check that out. I will get to the bottom of that. But there's plenty of time, so if you didn't get it yet, don't worry. We'll be starting it. Oh gosh, is there plenty of time? I was just gonna say we're gonna start that more in January, but holy cow, January is just right around the corner, isn't it? So crazy. Ooh, you chose your fabric already? I did too. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, we'll get it figured out. She's probably got a bunch more of those. So I will. I'm in a Facebook group with her. I'll ask, and I just pulled out my needle. Let's see if I can get it in there without being close to it. Ugh, probably not. Let's snip the end, make it a clean, nice end, and we'll do it the normal way. My little pinch method of doing it. Oh, that's Pre-Cut Store by Christa, yeah. Okay, so Amazon, I think, is where it was looking low, but I'm wondering if at Christa Quilts, I think she has a non-Amazon website too, and I'm wondering if it's available there at all. I'm not sure though. All right, I'm gonna tie a knot here. No, Jane, the pattern is not in her book. It's just like a physical. Do I have it near me? Let me see. Yeah, here we go. This is it right here. It's just a paper pattern. So this is the quilt, the Charming Chevrons. This is what we're talking about here. You can make it with, like, it gives instructions for the sizes to, like, if you're using fat quarters or assorted yards or charm packs, there's how much you need for all that. It's really great. So this is what you're looking for the that Charming Chevrons. What we're talking about for the book is that, hold on here. She wrote this Machine Quilting with Style, and this is what I'm going to kind of go through to try like the different ways of free motion quilting. And this isn't all free motion quilting, it's with the walking foot too, but there is free motion stuff, you know, like here, working on swirls and all that. I'm going to use this as a guide for a lot of it. So that's my plan. Those are the two books. But yeah, this is the pattern. And you can kind of see, so it's kind of got a solid in a background. Like this has this blue solid. This has this gray solid. I'm doing a red solid. And then you can do a whole pile of different colorful things and pattern guys for the chevrons, or like every other row of chevrons. And you know, this doesn't have to be a solid either, but it's all the same throughout, and then you got these zigzags that are other colors. You know what? I don't think I have this listed on my product list here yet. I will throw it up so it's on the replay. I think I have to go around this one more time yet. But yeah, you should be able to find it at Christa Quilts. I might have a link for it. You know what? I don't think I do actually. So let me see if there's an address on here that I can show you guys. Otherwise, I will get it on the link. No, she doesn't. But it's Christa. This is how you spell Christa. So I think ChristaQuilts.com quilt.com, you'll probably be able to find it. Otherwise, I will throw a link in there, and yeah, I think it might be sold out on Amazon now, or that's what you guys are saying. I looked earlier yesterday, and it said there was only 2 left in there, so it must be sold out now. But I'm guessing she still has it. Sometimes Amazon's a little weird like that, like it says it's sold out when the inventory just needs to be updated, so I think it's available yet. Oh, you're gonna order the pattern and download it. Yay! Does the pattern have the PDF? I think she might have a PDF version available as well. I will, dang, like I said, time's like catching up to me, right? So I will get this project up on the list, on this replay. I'll put it in the message on this replay and on the YouTube replay. And I'll try and see, first of all, if it's available yet. I'll message her and then see if there's a PDF version, and I will get all that information up. Because you're right, January's coming, winter is coming. Ugh. All right, so we got this side. So, you know, I can snip all this off. Let's just go like this. There we go. I think that worked great. So this side is the side that we kind of stretched a little. I probably could have done that a little bit more. And then this side will scrunch up. But I'm going to just draw over my little line again because it's a little hard to see. Oh, she does have a PDF. Okay. She teaches Craftsy classes, Joe, but I don't know if this is one of her Craftsy classes, this quilt. I don't think so. But yeah, she is a Craftsy instructor, I believe. All right, there's my line again. So now I need to trim this side of the seam allowance. Oh, she does have a PDF. Okay. Tamara checked it out, and she does have a PDF. So I will get that information up. If you guys don't find it, then it'll be in the links here when we get done tonight. All right, and I'll put it in the YouTube links as well. Let's see if we can get a little start or maybe even finish this side of the stem, because that would be kind of awesome to get that done tonight. A heart and a stem. That sounds good. Oh, look, I grabbed the long needle, wrong needle, grabbed the short one. All right, snip. Yeah, and then we'll be doing the unicorn soon as well, that cute little stuffed animal unicorn from Heidi Boyd. And I think that'll be just a quick, fun project right before Thanksgiving. I think we're starting that on the 20th. I don't think it'll take very long. We may have to work on it after Thanksgiving, though, if we don't quite finish it. So we'll see. We'll see how far we get on it. Oh yeah, the unicorn package is so cute. I'll show you guys that once I get my first stitch down here, or maybe first couple. All right, I'm overlapping into the flower a little bit, and I'll trim this little nubbin a little shorter, but let's get it attached a little bit first. All right, while I'm holding the stem perfectly here, I'm going to stitch these stitches down, but then I'll show you guys the unicorn. Yeah, I think that's going to be a nice, fun, quick project. Another breather project. You get a pin. Oh yeah, you get a pin and a sewing threader and a little note from her. I can show you guys that too. It's just sweet. She does nice work, that's for sure. All right, I think we'll hold there. Let me show you the unicorn. So here's the unicorn, and yeah, it comes with a little Heidi Boyd threader as well, which is fun. How do I get your tweet house pattern? Oh, so the tweet house, so we'll be working on that later in December as well. Man, I got to get that together too. So it's available on my website at Penguin and Fish, and it's under embroidery. So I have a physical version that has an iron-on transfer, and then I also have a PDF version that you can just download right away. I think I'm gonna do a fun little thing with it though, to make it a little more wintry. I think if I have time, we'll see. But I'm going to draw up a little supplemental design for it that has maybe some evergreens and snowflakes in it or something. So if you purchase it, like if you've purchased it, I know a couple of people have purchased it already, but for anyone who purchased it in the past, couple months or whatever, I'll send the updated one too. So that will just be like a freebie. So you'll get the original pattern and then this little winterized version of the house too. You purchased the whimsy kit of squirrels from Heidi Boyd. Oh, cool. When you're going to do that one when we start the unicorn. That's awesome. So I'm assuming it's probably pretty much the same skill level and all that. So that'd be good. It's probably pretty similar. I'm trying to get this guy tucked under a little bit more. I think I'm getting this guy just a tish too wide. And you know what? I'm totally angling this funny too. I gotta remember to keep. Oh, I do not think this is going to be a nice little arc. I think I'm goofing it up a little bit. Let's really push it in here to get that arc. I think my seam allowances are still too big. All right, right like that. Okay, let's get this. And if the scissors come tomorrow, you guys can expect if you got the embroidery supplies bundle, I will probably send you an email update about that soon too. So keep your eyes out for that. In theory, early next week. Oh yeah, I think this seam I'm making this stem a hair fatter than it should be, but oh well, I think we'll be okay. Oh yeah, I could have maybe ironed and starched this a little bit. Well, we're almost to the end. I'm gonna just try and force it. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't do that this time, did I? I didn't get the applique pins in there. It's kind of late now. But I'll have to definitely make sure to do that on this longer one because, this problem's just going to get bigger with that one. But yeah, we're getting close to the end here. Just trying to roll it up tighter. There, let's give that a test. Tuck it in with the needle, that's what we'll do. I think my first seam allowance on the opposite side was a little too wide still, so on the next stem we'll have to really shrink up that seam allowance because it doesn't fit in this tiny stem. You downloaded the pattern for the unicorn because I have, oh, you have cute wool. Oh, that's neat. Oh, you'll have to share it. Share it in, I'd love to see it with the, doing it without the kit. in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group, like when we start. I'd love to see it. Oh, it's going to be so fun. The Penguin and Fish Crafters group is just going to be full of little unicorns soon. Mary or Alice, I am on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies. So if you do a search for that, or if you do a search for any of these projects, I'll probably pop up. My icon is, you know, the little fish from Penguin and Fish. Or you can go to youtube.com and then / Penguin and Fish Movies, all one big giant word. A-N-D for the and. So Penguin A-N-D Fish Movies, and that will get you directly to the page. But yeah, and if you subscribe there, you should get an email saying that there's a new video up, I believe. All right, we are almost there. Almost there. All right. 3 more stitches or so. We'll have to trim this guy down a little bit too. Otherwise it'll be sticking out on the other side of the stem. All right, this is gonna be my last stitch. I'm gonna get it right in the center of this other stem and we'll tie it down. Then we'll trim the stem. And we'll see what we got here. Oh, cool, Tamara, yeah. A pile of unicorns, that's what we're gonna see in the group. All right, one more. And let's just weave in that end of hair. So it's out of the way. And that is that. Let's check it out. Oh, so it arced pretty well. I can poof it out here a little bit, I think. All right, good. That looks better than I thought it looked when I was working on it. So I thought I was starting to curve it the other way, but I think we mitigated that. And yeah, I think this works just fine. Awesome. All right, I'm going to snip this down just a hair here and hopefully not go through my knot. I think I got to go this way. There we go. I think that'll do. And you know, we don't need all this up here either, as long as I'm not cutting into what I did again. There we go. All right, we are there. So we are all ready to go for tomorrow. We got this piece already. When I went to my email, it is totally different live video. It's you doing the heart. Weird. Oh, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, Alice. I don't quite understand. All right. So here we go. We got this guy cut out for tomorrow. And so that will be tomorrow's job. And I think we can either do the leaves, like get going on all these leaves, because that'll take a while, or we can jump right into the petals, which might be more fun. I don't know. I think we'll still do where we do each of the petals a little differently. So we'll be using up some scraps. Yeah, that'll be kind of fun. We'll see. But we will start for sure with this other stem and get that out of the way. But yay, I think it's looking good. We got our little heart on and our first stem on, and I like it. All right, guys, I am going to flip you around and we will call it an evening. Hello. Oh, thank you for the crafty time, Julie. It's always fun hanging out with all y'all. So there we go. It's coming along. This is actually going quite a bit faster than I thought it would. So we might get done a little bit sooner on this block. I left 3 weeks for this block instead of our normal 2, but this might just take our normal 2. So we'll see how it goes. If we have a day or a couple days before the unicorn project, maybe we'll get in some splendid sampler quilting still. I'm not done with that project, and it'd be nice to get at least a few rows of quilting in on that. But anyway, I will get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies, and it will stay here on Penguin and Fish as well as a replay. And if you haven't signed up to get entered into the drawing for the folding Olfa cutting mat and the Olfa rotary cutter, you can just do hashtag I love quilt here or over on YouTube, just in the comments. And that is the deal. Oh, thanks, Alice. My new short hair. It's weird getting used to it yet, that's for sure. But I like it. It's much easier to do. That's definitely the case. So I like it. All right, guys, I will catch you tomorrow. Thursday already. Crazy. All right, see ya later. Good night.